So we've got, welcome back by the way, we've got our tiny pistol, but it's not very quiet, is it really, for what the intensive purposes that I've bought this thing for. However, we can fix that, and we can fix it for not a lot of expenditure at all. So you can get this part from Hadron, also available at Empire Airsoft, that's where I bought it from at the same time, and you get a different upper. Now this upper is 3D printed in either SLS or MJF, I'm not too sure, without chipping a bit of the plastic off. So in it you get the slide, which has a grub screw on the top, which is probably one of the most important features apart from having a threaded barrel. You also get some fibre optic bits of plastic for the front sight. So on the front sight you actually have a ghost ring style sight, which I very much like. I'll be interested to see how much we can get that screw out of the way before it puts too much hop on. And then your fibre optic, you give the choice of green or red. So you would probably trim this down, sit it like that, and then you'll see you've got the fibre optic in the front there. Very cool, they give you two different colours. And I imagine you just secure this in with a little bit of glue. I would probably go for the red just because it's a little bit more stealthy compared to the luminous green. But you also get this little piece as well. And what this does is this sits on the barrel for the LCP2, replaces the hop bar that applies a little bit of pressure. And then that perfectly lines up with this grub screw. So not only are you getting a cool new upper with upgraded sights, which come with two fibre optic styles, you're getting a threaded barrel attachment to put suppressors on, and you're also getting an adjustable hop, which, you know, and I think it was like £35. So literally, in terms of airsoft upgrade parts, very, very inexpensive, in my opinion. So of course, the reason why I purchased the LCP2 was because this upper was available for it. So you can get these threaded in two different thread sizes. It comes in 16mm clockwise or 14mm counter, and I went with the 14mm counter. Just for illustration purposes, I do have a little mini Sniper Mechanics hex here. The thread's very, very nice, and as cool as that is, I'm going to be doing something a little bit more bespoke for this build. So what we want to do is we just want to pull this metal piece off, if I can. Have I got anything to pull it off with? Yes, I do. So we just want to pull this off the barrel. There we go. And we're going to replace it with this part. What I might do is put it on there. No, I can't do that. I was hoping to put it on there and slide it back. So this goes on. Not quite sure how that centers, or if we have to put it specifically, whether we have to put it right at the back there. I imagine anywhere is fine, or do we situate it a little bit forward? Not 100% on that. I imagine you'd sit it all the way back like that. That makes sense to me. It does rotate a little bit, so we'll have to see how that fares when it goes into the pistol. I imagine it'll be fine, and this sort of centers on the top of the slide there. So we put this on. And hopefully it goes on. Maybe it's a little bit stiff the first time you do it. Let's make sure that screw's backed out. It does look backed out, but let's turn it a little bit off. It's not stuck at the front. I think it's stuck at, there we go. It's just a little bit tight, but to be honest with you, I'd rather have that slide tight fitting than loose. So to me, very, very good. Take our little screw, we put it back in the front there, and you know, technically if we got a barrel for this, we could extend it to the end of here. I will have to have a look at barrel solutions and see what's going on, or perhaps we can make something. It would be nice to have a slightly longer barrel just to give us that extra little bit of FPS that we need. Or maybe we can look at, you know, upgrading the hammer to get a bit more power out of it. So it's got a very cool look to it now. A more mattish, almost slightly greyish tinge to the standard slide. So here's a standard slide. We basically take that off. We get ghost ring iron sights. We get adjustable hop, and we get a threaded barrel. And I know you are going to scream at me if I don't do this. So let's see if I can get the last hopes and dreams of propane out this tank. There's literally hardly anything left in it. So, unsuppressed. And with a very small suppressor on. So I am getting a bit of stick on the trigger, and I'm out of gas. Perfect. I need to sort that out first, don't I, before I start doing more videos. It'll be interesting to see how stable this is, but I am working on a lightweight suppressor solution. So hopefully I have a bit more on that soon. I was kind of waiting for this part to turn up first before I start designing anything. What I might do is have it back apart and just lube up everything to make sure it moves freely, because the trigger did stick there, but it might have just been part and parcel of it being new. Obviously there's no way I could take the mag out. I don't know if there's any way to see inside the barrel. We have a torch to see if we can put that screw down. Let me try and do it like this. Okay, I can see. So with a torch, I reckon I could shine a light in there. I just don't want to adjust this too much, but it is kind of in the way of the iron sights. So we now have an adjustable hop. If it's too long, I may have to just get a shorter screw, because it'd be nice if that was fairly flush. Don't want that sticking out, do we? So there is the Hadron upper for the LCP2. Very subtle styling with the Hadron Airsoft designs on the slide there. He's done a very good job with this. Really do like it. The iron sights are easier to use and more pronounced, but we do need to sort that screw issue out. So I'll tell you what we can do. We can back this screw out all the way, and we can gauge how much we can put it in the hole until it engages the hop, which it looks like it will go all the way in before it engages the hop, so we should be okay. Let's get that flush. Just being overly cautious. That's better. So we'll have nice ghost iron sights like that. I'll put the red fibre optic in and glue that in place when I'm ready. Yeah, very cool. So now I'm going to go away and tinker on some CAD software to sort of design something for this front end. So thank you very much for tuning into this video. If you have an LCP2 from Tokyo Marui, go out and get the Hadron upper. You can get it in 2 different thread styles. It's a very cheap upgrade part. I can't believe how cheap it is, because I know how expensive SLS printing can be. So hats off to them for that. Very cool. Can't wait to start using this thing and get it suppressed and get it nice and quiet. And we'll do some more testing to see how quiet we can make it. I am still working on my suppressor foam. I haven't done a video just yet because I'm doing very lengthy testing. It does take a lot of time. But many of you have asked, you know, once it's ready, will I be offering the suppressor foam? Yes. So you'll be able to just buy the suppressor foam for your suppressor. It will be, not sure what I'm going to call it yet, the material, but we're getting very close to that. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, from me and Bench, we'll see you in the next video.